Like peanut butter and jelly. If you take jelly away from peanut butter, they're not as good together as they are together. Welcome back to the Anything Flies podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the PGA Championship, giving a recap, giving a breakdown, all the things you need to know about what went down Sunday, and how Xander Schauffele ultimately won.
This championship, as you guys probably know, is really probably one of the craziest majors we've probably been a part of in a while. It involved world number one getting arrested Friday morning. It involved breaking the lowest to par record, which was -20, which is now -21, and the lowest total score, which is now 263. It also included two guys shooting 62, Xander first round, Shane Lowry third round. And this all happened, well, not the arresting, but the scores happened due to the factor of the wet conditions, or the soft conditions, I should say, which allowed the players to be more aggressive and ultimately make more birdies.
I'd like to touch on my boy Bryson. He was just an electric force to watch this weekend. The countless chip-ins and that putt on 18 was fun to watch. I mean, it trickled over the edge, and Bryson just brings that different energy to the game that not everybody else can bring. And it sucks that Scotty was kind of baffled by his his interesting morning on Friday. I mean, if it wasn't for that bad round on Saturday, he would have been in contention after that final round 66 or 65 or whatever it was. So it was interesting to not see Scotty on the first page of the leaderboard in a major, something we haven't seen in a while. And I mean, it was definitely Xander's turn. I mean, if you look back at the stats, like he's probably had the most tied seconds in big tournaments after having a 54-hole lead. And it was about time for him to break through, and I think he wouldn't have wanted to have it any other way. So, big win for Xander.
I just thought it was interesting that Scotty's only over par round in 20 tournaments came when Ted Scott wasn't on the bag. So brings some questions up of whether they're like a match made in heaven. I think they are perfect for each other. They're like peanut butter and jelly. If you take jelly away from peanut butter, they're not as good together as they are together. So I just thought that was interesting. I do like how Scotty allowed Ted to go see his, I think, son graduate or kid graduate. I think that's good stuff. Not getting too caught up in your job. But Scotty's got some bright tournaments ahead. He's gonna have a chance to bounce back soon at the Memorial Tournament, and then at the Open Championship, which is next, I believe. But shooting over par on Saturday and still being in top 15, still some good stuff for Scotty. Definitely not what we're used to seeing, but don't panic, everybody. He's still around the top, so good stuff from Scotty.
Yeah, I don't know. It was probably a mixture of both what happened on Friday and Ted not being there. I was just glad Ted was there on Friday, because if it wasn't for Ted on Friday, Scotty probably would have shot like 76. I think Ted just keeps him in the mental state, which probably is what the difference between his Phil and Caddy and Ted was. But I want to talk about Victor. Victor was struggling. If you guys watched the broadcast, they kept mentioning how he was thinking about not even playing in this tournament. He was struggling the last couple weeks, really. And that's definitely just a confidence booster for Victor. He was 18. He finished tied third, 18 under. He was really in contention. He had a chance to tie Bryson, but ended up three-putting. He was tied first in par 5 scoring. He was tied third in bogey avoidance. He was in third for strokes gained from tee to green. And he didn't even really want to play this week. So it's definitely a confidence booster for Victor. And then you got Thomas Dietrich. He finished tied fourth, which I'm pretty sure that's his best finish in a major. He's an alumni from Illinois. He played really solid all week. He was always up at the top. And kind of a breakout week for Justin Rose and Shane Lowry. They finished tied sixth. As I mentioned, Shane Lowry shot 62 day 3. And then you got JT, the hometown kid, finished tied 8th, which is his best finish since his PGA Championship win in 2022.
That's good stuff from Victor. I mean, it sucks to see him struggle so much this year. Hope he found what he was looking for. But Sahith Theegala. It was a disappointing Sunday for him. 73-2 over par, I believe. I pull for Sahith every time I see him in the top 10. I mean, he's just such a likable guy. I mean, it sucks to see him not get it done this weekend. Not that he was in prime condition to get it done, but I mean, he had 3 great rounds, and then to follow it up with a 73 is not something that makes you like so confident or believe in your game, which is what he needs. And as well as that, Bob Mackin, is it Bob or Rob? Either one, McIntyre. He originally made fireworks at the Scottish Open that year when Rory won. Last year when Rory won it. I believe a top 15 at least for him this week. Bright future ahead. Shines in the bright moments, and I think he's got a shot at the Open. Obviously, he's an Englishman or Scotlandman, whatever it is, Scottish. So he knows the Open course as well and knows how to play in those conditions, which the big part of the Open is just knowing how to play in those conditions when it gets really windy and stuff. So I think you want to watch out for Rob in the future.
Yeah, I was really hoping for Sahith to do good. I definitely wanted him to see him up in contention, but obviously we didn't get to see that happen. And also Colin kind of played not as expected. He only had a bogey and a birdie, finished even, and pars other than that. So I was kind of hoping for Colin to make a run for it. You know, he's won 2 PGAs, or at least 1 PGA. And I was hoping he could go for, has he won 2? He's won 1. I was hoping he would go for a second, but yeah. So overall, it was a strong week by Colin, just a little disappointing.
All right, guys. Well, that is all for us. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support lately. We appreciate it. We hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys have any suggestions for us, comment down below. If not, subscribe. Follow all our socials, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, and YouTube, of course. And we'll see you next time.